Good morning, Greater Latrobe. From the WCAT-TV studio, I'm Zoe Favada alongside Sophia Bulova.
Coming up in today's show, Key Club is meeting today, applications are being accepted for Chick-fil-A Leader Academy, and our sports broadcasting team has the first episode of Wildcat All Access. All this and more on your WCAT-TV news.
There will be a Key Club meeting today during Block A of GL time in the CSC. Do you want to make a difference in our school and local community? Apply for Chick-fil-A Leader Academy to grow as a leader and leave a lasting impact this year. Join over 36,000 students across 45 states in Chick-fil-A Leader Academy, dedicated to make an impact through action. Go to app.chickfilaLeaderAcademy.com/apply to apply now for this current school year. See Ms. Vodovich in H207 with any questions.
The forensic team will hold its first meeting on Monday, September 18th from 3 to 4 in Dr. Baum's room, H104. Events offered include debate, congressional debate, and interpretation events such as poetry, prose, and storytelling. If interested, reach out to Dr. Baum or a current team member. Hope to see you there.
All students should check their email for an important message from the Student Council about the Homecoming Dance ticket sales. All tickets must be purchased online, and the email contains the link for the purchase. 10th through 12th grade students who are bringing a date from another school are encouraged to purchase their tickets as soon as possible so you have time to complete the required guest forms. Ticket sales will end Thursday, September 21st.
Any student interested in attending the You've Got a Friend Day field trip at Twin Lakes Park should see Mrs. Donahue in F202 for more information. Field trip forms are due back by September 26th. Thank you. Let's get a check on the weather. We go to Gianna Lewis for your 3-day forecast.
Good morning, Wildcats. Today we are looking at a high of 71 and a low of 46 with sunny skies. Tomorrow we will once again see sunny skies with a high of 75 and a low of 48. On Sunday we will have a high of 74 and a low of 54 with partly sunny skies. That's your 3-day forecast. Thanks, and back to you.
Thanks, Gianna. The following colleges will be in the Commons area during GL time. If you need more information, please stop by the guidance office. The Bridges Room will be offering scheduled individual check-ins and individual counseling sessions. These can be arranged by checking with Ms. Butina in person, emailing Ms. Butina at nobly.butina@glsc.us, or having a teacher, guidance, or administrator contact Ms. Butina to arrange a scheduled appointment. Lunch groups will resume starting Monday, September 18th. This year, prior registration through FlexTime Manager will be required to attend a lunch group. Lunch group attendance will be limited to small groups of 6 students at a time and can be attended up to 2 times a week.
Wondering what's on the menu today? Here's Maria Angelicchio with What's Cookin'.
What's cooking, Latrobe? For today's lunch special, we have buffalo chicken dip to go, served with crunchy carrot sticks. The soup of the day is chicken and rice. That's what's cooking. Thanks, and back to you.
Thanks, Maria. Any girl interested in joining girls wrestling are welcome to attend any practice to try it out. Practices are held on Tuesday and Thursdays from 3 to 5. Girls should meet in the bag room P204. Any questions can be directed to Ms. Fry. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of WCAT-TV News. Have a great day, Latrobe.
Go Wildcats.
Stay tuned for the first episode of Wildcat All Access.
Good morning, Greater Latrobe. Welcome to Wildcat All Access, where we bring you news from all of our Greater Latrobe Wildcat teams. I'm your host, Erin Yolowitz. Our Latrobe cross-country teams are starting their season strong after returning from Ohio last weekend. The boys' team finished 20th out of 30 teams, with freshman Charlie Heese pacing 17:26. The girls' team finished top 10 with junior Emerson Scatell running an 18:58, finishing second place. Also, both the girls and boys teams traveled to Boyce Park to race against the Gateway Gators and Altoona area. The girls won both of their matchups, beating Gateway 15-50 and Altoona 23-32. The boys split on the day, beating Gateway 25-34 and losing to Altoona 35-24. On Tuesday, they hosted Derry area and Hempfield area on the Rossi Field trails. The girls finished the afternoon with 2 wins, beating Derry 15-50 and Hempfield 25-30. Emerson Scatell led the girls with the time of 19:55. The boys finished the day with a record of 1-1, beating Derry 15-50 while falling to Hempfield 40-19. Leading the way for the boys team was Charlie Heese, who finished third with a time of 18:07. The team travels to Northmoreland Park today for an invitational. Coming off of a record-breaking season, the girls volleyball team has been working hard to continue their winning tradition. Here is Mia Klasnick with an update on the team.
Thanks, Erin. It was a clean sweep for Latrobe in the home opener against Laurel High School, led by senior captain Ava Kralik with 24 assists. The team then took on Highlands for a pretty easy win. Latrobe won 3 sets in a row with the closest score being 25-15. The amazing trio of Mia Myers, Savannah Repack, and McKenna Marino tallied 12 kills together. Latrobe used the service line to their advantage in a big way. With Ashley Denneker collecting 9 aces, the Wildcats then suffered a tough loss to Penn Trafford Warriors, 3-0. Senior setter Ava Kralik directed the Wildcat offense, accounting for 23 assists. Kiara Mongaluzzo paced the varsity squad with their 8 kills, followed by Ellie Snyder and Ashley Denneker, both with 6 kills. The girls continued their section play by beating Greensburg-Salem. In set 2, Greensburg-Salem had a quick turnaround and came back to tie the score. Ellie Snyder led the team with 16 kills. She was voted for WPIAL Player of the Week by her teammates and coach. Last night's match against Franklin Regional was a slugfest. As the match stretched to the maximum of 5 sets before a winner could be determined, Kiara Mongaluzzo topped the kill category with 13, followed by senior Ellie Snyder, who recorded 11. Middle hitter Ashley Denneker accounted for 8 kills, and right side hitter Mia Myers grabbed 7. Ava Kralik recorded 40 assists. The hard-fought win keeps the Lady Wildcats at a perfect 3-0 section record, and 4-1 overall. The girls' next match is against Armstrong on Tuesday, September 19th. Be sure to get there and see the girls in action. It's a big section matchup. Back to you, Erin.
Thanks, Mia. We head over to Luke Bullabosh for an update on the field hockey team.
The Latrobe field hockey team is off to a good start after losing over half their team to graduation. The girls started off their season traveling to Norwin for a non-section matchup. The Wildcats beat the Knights 1-0 with a third-quarter goal by Belle Blasi. Next up, the team traveled to Peters Township for a second non-section game. The Wildcats were held in their own defensive half of the field, but stayed competitive despite coming up short in a 2-0 loss to the Indians. The Wildcats' offense had no shots on goal, but goalies Erin Yulwitz and McKenna Brackney combined to make 6 saves in the game. The girls' team hosted Aquinas Academy last week in yet another non-section matchup at Rossi Field. The Wildcats gave up the first goal late in the first quarter, but evened the score with a second-quarter goal by Mia Stanchula, assisted by Belle Blasi. The second half remained scoreless, and the game ended in a 1-1 tie. The Wildcats were outshot 8-7, but earned 7 penalty corners to the visitors, 4. Erin Yulwitz and McKenna Brackney had 7 saves in the game. The team was on the road against Oakland Catholic in the first section matchup of the season Tuesday evening. The Wildcats gave up the first goal early in the first quarter, but evened the score less than 3 minutes later off the stick of Mia Stanchula, assisted by Belle Blasi. An unassisted second-quarter goal by Sarah Blasi put the Wildcats ahead 2-1 at the end of the first half. The Wildcats added 2 fourth-period goals by Julia Macy and Belle Blasi that put the game out of reach 4-2. Wildcats led in shots 13-4 and earned 14 penalty corners to the hosts' 2. Erin Yulwitz had 2 saves in the game. The Wildcats will travel to Fox Chapel next Thursday for a matchup against the Foxes at 6 p.m. That's all for field hockey. Back to you.
Thanks, Luke. Now here is Andy Tash with an update on the boys' soccer team.
The boys opened the season with a big win over Penn Trafford 2-1 with goals by Warren and Roman Agostoni. They then traveled to Penn Hills to jump to 2-0 on the season. They won in a 3-0 shutout and had goals from Austin Ann, Cole Brunton, and John Massero. The Cats then fell to Plum 2-1 to pick up their first loss of the year. Cole Brunton scored late to tie the game 1-1, but Plum scored with 35 seconds left to win. Against McKee Sports, the Wildcats got a shutout and a dominant win 7-0. Warren Agostoni led the charge with a 3-goal hat-trick, Roman Agostoni with 2 goals, and John and Cam Mikulski with 1 goal each. The Cats then set to take on Gateway away next. They look to keep winning, working hard. Back to you, Erin.
Now let's take a look at how the girls are doing. On Wednesday night, the girls powered past Franklin Regional with 2 first-half goals by junior Robin Riley and freshman Emerson Shine. It was Robin's 6th goal in 4 games. With an assist and solid all-around play, Maddie Petruzzi was Latrobe's self-picked player of the match. We now go to Savannah Repack with an update on the team's previous matches.
Thanks, Erin. The season began with a dominant 7-1 victory over the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions.
Leading the way with 3 goals was senior Reagan Riley. Sophomore Annalise Bauer also notched 2 goals with junior Brie Hoffer and freshman Alexa Yurko each scoring 1. In the Wildcats' next game, the girls beat the Norwin Knights 5-1 with junior Robin Riley earning most of the scoring with 4 goals and leaving 1 to her sister Reagan Riley. The Cats took their first loss in a close game with the Plum Mustangs. Annalise Bauer and Robin Riley kept the Cats in the game with a goal each. Corinne Brunetto also contributed to the game with a major penalty kick save. On Monday, the girls proved a comeback with a 12-0 win over Penn Hills. Goals were scored by Emerson Shine, Annalise Bauer, Mackenzie Kubistek, Reagan Riley, Maddie Petruzzi, Ava Yurko, and Gianna Trunzo. The girls will play again on Monday at Penn Trafford. Come out to support your girls, and also a congrats to Robin Riley for committing to WVU. Back to you, Erin.
Thanks, Savannah. Robin was also named the Letterman's Club Athlete of the Week. Robin capped off an excellent team display for the Lady Wildcat soccer team at the Mo Rosensteel Kickoff Classic. In her first game back after a high ankle sprain and the first game with the Wildcats this season, she netted 4 goals and had 1 assist to help lift the Wildcats to a 5-1 victory over rival Norwin. Congratulations, Robin. With the home game tonight, here is reporter Violet Deist with an update on the football team.
The Latrobe football team started the season off strong with a home victory against the Derry Trojans with a score of 56-14. The Wildcats then faced the Franklin Regional Panthers and suffered a heartbreaking loss, 28-21, with multiple goal line drives stopped short in the last few seconds. Last Friday, the Wildcats traveled to Hempfield area to take on the Spartans. The Cats pulled off a 27-7 win. Junior Alex Tash led the way with 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 2 sacks. Junior quarterback John Wetzel also played a key role, scoring 2 touchdowns. Tonight, the Cats take on the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars at home. Come support the football team by joining the Den. The theme is Blackout. We hope to see you there.
Thanks, Violet. The tennis team has had a busy September. Here is Brianna Vesley with the details.
Led by seniors Bridget McHugh, Summer Papella, and Sarah Lazeski, the girls' tennis team is looking towards a long and successful season. In their first section match against Gateway, the Cats had a thrilling 5-0 win. A top scorer, freshman Carlin Bukovac, won 2-1, with scores of 6-3, 4-6, and 6-0. The other sets in this match went similarly, with Latrobe winning 2 more singles matches and 2 doubles matches. Unfortunately, the second section match of the season ended in a 4-1 loss against Franklin Regional. Lastly, the Cats were back on top again, defeating Connellsville 5-0. Duo Bridget McHugh and Brooke Cole won their match 6-1 and 6-0. Julia Feder and Sarah Lazeski had a similar outcome, winning single doubles 6-0 and 6-2. The Wildcats are looking to add another win on Monday at home against Norwin. Back to you, Erin.
The golf team has had great weather for their matches this season and are moving through conference play. On Wednesday, the team took on the Armstrong Riverhawks at Latrobe Country Club and celebrated their seniors. The Wildcats were victorious with a score of 201-260. The Cats were led by junior Jack Radilla with a 1 over par 37. With a win over Hempfield today, the Cats will secure at least a share of the section title. We go to reporter Owen Teslovich with more about the season.
Thanks, Erin. The Wildcat golf team has started off to a solid start to the season. So far, the Cats have beaten West Shamokin, Greensburg-Salem, Indiana, Armstrong, and Penn Trafford in Norwin twice. In their matchup with Penn Trafford on last Friday, the Wildcats snuck by with a win, led by senior captain PJ Germano with an even par 36. They finished with a team score of 200-208. The Cats were able to come away with a win at Indiana on Monday afternoon. The Cats were led by a 2-under par 34 by senior captain PJ Germano in a 1-over effort by J.M. Krajic. Back to you, Erin.
Best of luck to all of our teams this week. Thanks for joining us for Wildcat All Access. Let's go, Cats!